the idea of intersectionality is new to corporate America. It's new to a lot of people, but I think there are employee affinity groups or networks that are really centered around like, oh, there's a Black affinity group or there's an LGBTQ affinity group. And those spaces, by virtue of kind of focusing on that one element of identity, it doesn't always feel like you can bring your full self. For instance, the LGBTQ like work spaces I've been in have been predominantly white. Being a member of the queer community, being a member of the Black community, living at that intersection, being a masculine of center person, like that experience is hyper specific. In the same way that lots of folks who live at different intersections have hyper specific experiences, and it's really valuable and meaningful to see somebody at the table who looks like you, that has more than one element of your shared experience. So for me, it's kind of just been really lonely, to be honest. I can't think of anybody that in my work life that has been a Black, queer, masculine, center person. Like I've always been the only person in that space. I've been able to find community in terms of like being a member of Black professional groups, being a member of LGBT professional groups. And I feel like in the last year, there's been a little bit more visibility, and I've been able to find a little bit more community in terms of being Black and LGBTQ. But I think it's something that's super challenging, and I'm hopeful that in kind of the public moment that we're having right now, the conversation that we've entered into, that will be something that has a little bit more visibility, especially as we're, as folks are out here in the street talking about, all Black Lives Matter and trans Black Lives Matter, and really centering LGBTQ experiences as part of the protest movement, and also providing that historical context that it was Black and brown queer folks that have always been a part of this movement, that in the case of the LGBT rights movement that started this movement. So I'm hopeful that the corporate space will kind of reflect the dialogue that we're seeing in the country, to be inclusive of those identities, and to get more people that live at those intersections in the corporate space.